Hey JVIC members, welcome to the tech video responses from our June 2014 call. This video is on webinars and teleseminars, things like that. Okay, so I'm just going to crank through the list of questions. First one says, we use Fuze Meeting. Are you familiar with it? Pros and cons? I'm not familiar with it. I can't really comment on Fuze Meeting. There are just a ton of these solutions out there, and I don't know all the pros and cons of each. What I can tell you is I have 0 clients, friends, peers using Fuze Meeting, and that's usually a sign that it's not the next best thing out there. If it was, they'd all start hopping on board and using it. So that's kind of my divining rod. If I can tell if something is worth pursuing is, do I know any leaders in the coaching and training niche that are using it? And I do not. Maybe some are, but I don't know of any. Okay, next, what is the best free platform to host webinars? Yeah, again, I wouldn't recommend going with free. I'd recommend you go with InstantTeleseminar.com, which is what most of the leaders in the coaching and training niche that I'm familiar with use. But if I had to recommend one, the only one I've used and seems reliable is freeconferencecall.com for phone calls. Their sister company solution is freescreensharing.com. So, if you have to start out with free, I guess that's okay. But once you start doing joint ventures and really want to put that professional foot forward, I'd recommend you move over into a solution like InstantTeleseminar. And we're going to be looking at some other solutions in these Q&As though, so let's keep going. What provider do you recommend for first webinar users? GoToWebinar, InstantTeleseminar, what is Evergreen Business Systems? So, if at all possible, I recommend you guys go with InstantTeleseminar. The downside of InstantTeleseminar is you cannot show live video. Like, you can't show your mouse moving around across the screen. You need to show PowerPoint slides. But guess what? All the big players are using InstantTeleseminar and or doing webinars with just PowerPoint slides. That's really all you need. Unless you're doing something where you actually need to show a demo on your screen, I don't think you need anything more than InstantTeleseminar. So that would be my 2 cents on that. That if you don't need to show live video, just PowerPoint slides, go with InstantTeleseminar. Evergreen Business Systems, that lets you set up automated webinars, and most of my clients and their peers are using Evergreen Business Systems to show their live webinars. Again, the dividing rod, to show their automated webinars, their pre-recorded webinars. And the dividing rod says, hey, if all these leaders are using it, there's a reason. So anyway, those would be the 2 solutions I'd recommend. InstantTeleseminar for your live presentations and live phone calls and live webinars with PowerPoint slides, and Evergreen Business Systems when you're ready to automate your business and have webinars play automatically. Okay, I'd like to play the webinar and then offer Q&A. Yeah, you can do that with InstantTeleseminar. They have a feature called Autopilot, which will let you upload your presentation. You can just press play and hang out while it's playing, or you can dial in toward the end to show up and answer the Q&A. You also, if you're going to have slides, you should be on there while the audio is playing to advance the slides. The Autopilot feature will not advance the slides for you. I wish it would, but it doesn't. So if you're going to use InstantTeleseminar, their Autopilot feature should allow you to do exactly what you're asking, which is to play the webinar and then offer Q&A, where you can actually open up the line and talk to people. I'm not aware of another solution that lets you easily do that, though someone recommended one that, again, my divining rod says I don't know anybody using it, so I'd be cautious about it. But anyway, what I can tell you with confidence is that InstantTeleseminar would be a good solution for that. Next, I just wanted to share that Google Plus Hangouts, you can use UberConference. Yeah, so UberConference, that's what I was talking about, is UberConference seems to have a lot to offer in the way of actual performance as far as sharing live video and hosting this stuff, hosting your webinars, hosting your calls, letting people actually call in on the line. It looks like 10 callers for their free account and up to 100 people for their paid account. The one thing that I don't know if they have is the marketing that you'll find inside Webinar Jam. Like UberConference is kind of positioning themselves or competing with Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam's got a lot of marketing in place, and Webinar Jam is owned by the same people that own Evergreen Business Systems. So there's a lot of marketing in place. But the downfall of Webinar Jam is it doesn't let live callers call in. They have to type in their questions for Q&A. So Yeah, I don't know what to tell you here other than I would probably recommend just InstantTeleseminar whenever possible. The only reason not to use InstantTeleseminar is if you need to somehow show live video. Yeah, I suppose there are other exceptions too, but for the most part, if you guys are doing joint ventures, InstantTeleseminar is perfect. So you can go explore UberConference and maybe they do everything you want. Maybe Webinar Jam does everything you want with all their built-in marketing that they use, but you can't have live callers call in. Yeah, so if you guys want to go do your own research on that stuff, great. If you want to just simply, you're looking for an easy solution that just flat out works, go with InstantTeleseminar. How does free conference calling compare to InstantTeleseminars? So yeah, I mean, I can't speak to it on a feature by feature basis. You can go to their website and see what they have and so on. But I will tell you that all or almost all of my clients use InstantTeleseminar. Here's why. It's super easy, automatic backups of your audio recordings. They've got the Autopilot feature that I was talking about. People can call in with phone or Skype or listen over the web. They have iframes, which lets you embed all their stuff on your own website, so it looks like you're playing the webcast on your site instead of their site, for example. Automatic recording of the calls, archiving of the calls so you can go back and listen to them. Webcast pages so that live callers can go in and have something to look at, though I would actually recommend using the iframes on your own page. But yeah, those webcast pages can have call to action buttons. Dial out features. This is great when you're like trying to reach a JV partner and you're trying to meet on your conference line and they didn't call in. You can actually dial out from InstantTeleseminar and ring their phone, and when they answer, they're on your bridge line. It also is great for hosts that don't show up or lost the number. You can call them and bring them in. You can password protect your sessions. I know that on one team I was on, we used to have weekly team meetings, and this person was doing so many calls with InstantTeleseminar, we just have random people show up in the middle of our private team meetings and just be hanging out and listening to us talk. So, but InstantTeleseminar has a password protection function where you can assign like a 4-digit code, and only people with the code can jump onto that session, which is really great. Again, most of my clients use InstantTeleseminar, which is sort of my big clue that this is the best solution to recommend. And I say most, Rich and Milana are using it as well. So I mean, if you're looking to them for leadership and want to follow their example and joint ventures and all that, they use InstantTeleseminar for their joint ventures. Someone's recommending Easy Webinar by Casey Zeman. I just went and checked it out real fast. It looks impressive. It's a plugin for WordPress, if I remember right. And thanks for the suggestion. It looks like it competes with Evergreen Business Systems and a lot of these other webinar solutions. Maybe it's great, maybe it's not. Again, my measuring stick says, do I know any big players using it? And I do not. So I can't recommend it, but if you guys want to check it out, you sure can. And then somebody's recommending UberConference here, which we've already talked about. So yeah, so thank you guys for your suggestions. I mean, you're introducing me to some products I haven't heard of, or you're reminding me about some things that are out there. But again, the biggest indicator to me is are the big players using it? And for the most part, they're not. And you know, the reason for that is, you know, maybe they don't have the time to go really check it out. But for the most part, it's like they got something and it just flat out works. It's simple, it's proven, it's tested, it's been around for a long time. And so those two big things are InstantTeleseminar for your live stuff and Evergreen Business Systems for your automated webinars. Those are the two things I'd recommend. You're welcome to go check out and try to find free solutions. If you find a free solution that works, great. Just remember to keep your level of professionalism high. You don't, like for instance, I know one of the services used to always start off with announcing the free service that everybody was using. So when all your people would call in, they'd get a little hint that, hey, this person must not be making money because they have to use a free provider. So anyway, just heads up is, yes, you want to save money in your business and be a smart business owner. I get that. You also want to appear very professional and use tools that are solid and proven. And those are the tools we're recommending here. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.